All right, people, so this is my 1995 Toyota Paseo. I just changed my serpentine belt and my alternator belt. You have to take the serpentine belt off first, right here. It's kind of a pain. It's hard to see, but underneath here, let me find it. I'm gonna put the camera in the motor, but underneath here, you'll see there's a bolt with a little kind of mount that pushes the the power steering pump up right here where my thumb is. Kind of see it? Where's it? This bolt, you have to loosen the nut and pretty much loosen it all the way up to get the new belt on. That was the biggest pain for this. After you get that off, you move back here, you get your alternator, you loosen this bolt right here, and then I found it easiest. I went under the car, took the little panel off right there that kind of covers everything up, moved down here, and there's this bolt right there that keeps your alternator in place. You just got to loosen it enough so that way when you loosen that top bolt, you'll be able to swivel the alternator to get the belt loose to get it out. Now, putting them on is a pain. The alternator one went on pretty easy, a little bit of force, kind of getting it over. There's right where the oil dipstick is. This right here was a little pain because it keeps your alternator from going all the way up to where it could possibly, like the absolute end of this track. However, you can get it on pretty easily. Now, the serpentine belt was another story. I put the belt on the crank and the power steering pump, and then I crawled under the motor. Here, used a screwdriver, a flathead, to start pushing the belt on. I had it almost completely on, and then it was just barely over. I used the flat side of a wrench too to kind of push it like this. Once I got that on, what I did was, because it wasn't perfectly seated, I just got in my car, I cranked the engine one time for like half a second, and it kind of seated a little better, and then I played with it a little bit. After that, all you have to do is, see if you can see it from under here, is tighten that stop right there in the center of the screen, right on the bottom of the power steering pump. That nut, and then it's kind of hard to see the head of the bolt. The head of the bolt is right there on the corner of the screen. You just got to keep tightening that up until you get the correct tension, and the serpentine belt's tight. And then on the back, the alternator, you just put tension on the alternator and tighten. Put tension on the alternator, and you tighten this bolt, and then after that, you're just tightening everything up and you're good to go.